Yeah, I just wanted to give an update about my ankle. So some of you may know, or some of you may not know, my injury is called trimalleolar fracture. It is a severe and unstable type of broken ankle that involves fractures in all three of the bone sections that make up your joint. Because it disrupts the joint stability and can cause the ankle to dislocate, it almost always requires surgery. And the trimalleolar fracture, I know it's hard to say, involves lateral malleus, uh, medial malleus, and posterior malleus. So all of those are injured or broken, and it's caused due to high impact events like a bad fall, car accident, or twisting motion during sports. And some symptoms include intense pain, severe swelling, bruising, inability to put weight on the foot, and usually need an X-ray, CT scan, and some sort of surgery. And it usually takes 6 to 12 weeks to recover. Um, but usually people say it takes 1 or 2 years, and for me it's been more than a year. I broke my ankle in April of 2025, and now it is June of 2026. So it's been more than a year, but I think the healing is different for everybody, and it takes some time. I think maybe after the second year, when I'm coming up to the second year, when that comes, maybe things will be better, and you just gotta keep working with it. So I want to make this video because I've ran for 33 days so far, and I'm raising money for women in domestic violence relationships, so my South Sudanese community in Calgary and Canada, and also in South Sudan, raising money for missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls, Two-Spirit and men, in Canada, homeless people who are suffering with addictions, drug and alcohol abuse, homeless people, give money to shelters. That's what I'm trying to do right now. It's been 33 days, but with my injury, even yesterday, I was limping a little bit, and that's normal. I mean, I do limp, and I do stretch before I run, but I am starting to feel like my body needs a little bit of a break from running. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm still gonna continue with this challenge for September 1st, but I'm going to, like, for today, instead of a run, I'm just gonna walk. I'm gonna walk around the school. I have a cane. I don't usually use my cane. I use it mostly as a mobility aid, and I know that canes, you see somebody with a cane, usually somebody a little bit older, right? You only see somebody in their 20s, or a young person with a cane, but it happens sometimes, or you see young people using mobility aids like canes or in a wheelchair. I have a walking boot, but I feel like my body needs a little bit more support. Yeah, and I know that running is hard on the body, and I'm trying to also increase my muscles. So I have start going to the gym and lifting weights, and I mean, there's so many things I want to do, like join the TRU basketball team and running more, and doing all these amazing things. But I also have to listen to my body as well. And I think if I take a little bit of break, like a week of just walking instead of running, that I could go see a physiotherapist here in Kamloops, get their opinion, and maybe they could see because of what are my goals I'm trying to do, and maybe give me more of a schedule that will allow with my body. But right now, I feel like that running was good. I felt good the whole 30-ish days. But yesterday I saw myself really limping a lot, and I think my body's a little bit tired. And yeah, I feel like athletes take breaks too. And I don't really run a whole lot of distance, like maximum like 1K, and I'm usually very slow. But even like going at such a slow pace and not really that far, it's still a lot of impact on somebody who has this injury that I have with three broken bones. Um, yeah, and maybe I should be wearing my ankle brace more or doing like a deep stretch more. These are questions that I would like to ask my physiotherapist when I go see them this week or next week. I'm gonna make an appointment. But yeah, so I'm gonna continue with videos. Like today, I'm just gonna walk it with my walking stick, and I have class today, so I might bring my walking stick to class. I know. I feel like when people gonna ask me like, why do you have that? And like, I don't think I ever really brought my cane to school because when I had my injury, I went to see a family in Calgary and they're supporting me, and I was using the cane around there. I think I used it a little bit here in Kamloops when I was working the summer last summer, but then I stopped using it. But I think the cane is something that I'm always gonna use for the rest of my life. And I was just using it a little bit around the house, and I felt I had a lot more support. And so it's always good to have that support. And I mean, you can get different color canes. I think in the future I want to get like a Hello Kitty cane or pink cane or a red cane so it can match my outfits. And yeah, but I think there's always going to be that need for support. And if anyone else has the same injury, I would love to connect and make some sort of community. I'm doing a master's of education right now, so I think it would be cool to have some curriculum and like something about people or women. If you want to make it a women's group or just a group for young people who have the same injury, or men or anything, just some sort of group and curriculum of how to get through a trimalleolar, I can't pronounce it, fracture, and what does that mean and how does it impact your life. And there's just so many things that we could talk about in the community. And I've also been interested in like what physiotherapists do and occupational therapists do. I'm like, oh, I might have to get a second master's. But yeah, it's really interesting work, and I've worked with kids and youth with autism for a while in Kamloops and in Calgary. I love that type of work, and a lot of the people there were OTs or SLP or social workers, and I just love that kind of rehab kind of pathway. I think having a med is a good support for that too. So might have to look for a program for that in the future. But I would love that career because I have broken my ankle, and you're probably gonna work with people who have some sort of injury and help with that rehab. I think it'd just be such a meaningful job, and yeah, I love that type of stuff, and like teaching, working with young people, um, even like working with young adults too. I mean, I wouldn't mind being a professor. There's so many things I like to do, but yeah, needing some sort of mobility aid. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard because I wasn't born with any mobility issues. This is an accident I had a year ago, so it's still like that adjusting, and I feel like it can take a hit on your confidence. Um, yeah, I think it can, and self-worth, and I'm just happy I can run again, but I just gotta be careful because I think if I push myself too hard, that maybe I won't be able to run in the future, and I'm starting to feel like that. It's a little bit sore. Even today, it felt sore, and when I was walking around yesterday, it felt pretty sore too. And I didn't feel that soreness in the 30 days, 32 days that I've been running. But today, I think the body is like, yesterday and today, the body is kind of like, okay, like, we're a little bit tired. So I'm gonna listen to that, and yeah. So today's video, you'll see me at the school, or maybe I might go on the sidewalk, but with my cane. I'll take my cane to school, and try not to be embarrassed about it. I know that it happens, you know. I saw a young girl yesterday. Yesterday was the Pride. It was Pride Parade, and there was a lot of Pride events in Kamloops. And I saw a young girl. She was in a wheelchair, and then her wheelchair wheels had they're rainbow colored, and it was so beautiful. And she was very young, and it just made me feel happy to see her like expressing herself with different colors and enjoying herself at the event. And it was just really cool to see how you know mobility aids have really advanced with different colors and styles. They make them look pretty cool. And yeah, I even saw a girl. I follow this girl on YouTube. She has a prosthetic eye, and she has like a lot of them. They have different colors and different signs, and it's really cool. She has like a really sparkly one and like just different colors of prosthetic eyes, and I think that's so cool. That the technology has gotten so good. And I thought that's also something I would be interested in too, is helping design different aids for people, whether it be for vision or mobility. There's just so many things that could be designed in a cool and a good way. So yeah, so thank you so much, you guys, for helping me on this journey and to bring awareness to all these causes and to raise money. I still have my GoFundMe. I can link it somewhere. I can link it in the description. And there's been some organizations in Kamloops that I've talked to that are interested in working with me to help raise money, and all the money will go to their organizations. And it's about awareness too. And I have lost some weight. I mean, just by looking at my face, if you watch really old videos, my face is really puffy. So I have lost some weight, and I'm happy for that, and taking better care of myself and also helping others too. And I was inspired by a young man named Andre. On Instagram, his page is called Run For Her. And yeah, I was just really inspired by him and the things he's doing. And he also had an injury as well, and he can run really, really lots. I think he's probably a little bit more healed than I am, and everybody's body is different too. But yeah, I mean, one day I'd love to run a marathon. I'd love to get a medal at a marathon. I saw this lady, and I think she was 46 or something. She's African as well. I think she was from Kenya or something, but she ran a marathon, and I think she has 3 kids, and she was like first place out of all the people, even the younger ones in their 20s. She was like first place, and by a lot. And I think there's still a lot of opportunities for me to do marathon or anything like that, or fundraising. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys that, and to keep going and be strong. And yes, sometimes things in life happen and you get injured, but you keep going, you get up, and you don't give up. And it's also making me emotional too. But yeah, you just keep going, and don't give up, and you got this, you guys. Our uniqueness makes us special and makes us strong. We've all been through something in life. Nobody's life is easy. Yeah, and just be proud of yourself. Keep going, and I'm proud of you too. And take care, you guys. And we'll see you later today when I come back from school. I know I'm really behind on my thesis, y'all. Anybody here doing their thesis? I'm a little bit behind on that, but hopefully today I can catch up and talk to my supervisors. And I feel like the work that I'm doing is really connected to, like, it's connected to my running. It's connected to my life. It's about the lived experience of South Sudanese women in Calgary, and it has a lot to do with lived experiences, and I'm gonna put my voice in it too. And the running, reflecting on this time, it's gonna be really vital for my writing, because the strength in running and doing it for a cause, and it's so much reflective work that I feel like even though I'm not like writing it, like my lived experience, it's gonna really come in play. At least that's what I'll tell my supervisors, and that's what I actually believe. And I'm gonna do a lot of painting with it too, so I have to get some canvases and paint stuff. So yeah, and there's a lot of like painting opportunities coming up in Kamloops, so maybe you'll see my artwork around town or something. But thank you so much for listening, you guys, and we'll see you later today for my walk. So take care. Bye.